Hey guys, welcome to another Toribash mod spotlight with me, Jack Morris from Manflu Films. Well, this week we're looking at a very interesting mod. Interesting because on its own, it's a fun mod, but I found a couple of fun ways to play around with it. I think make it even more interesting than it should probably be. So the mod I'm introducing today is WUSHU with a twist. Yes, it is WUSHU with swords. Now, this may seem kind of like a no-brainer, as in, well, duh, why didn't this mod exist sooner? Why have we all not found this mod? I don't know what it is about this mod, but it just makes it a whole lot of fun to play in single player and multiplayer, which is kind of weird for a sword mod to be fun in single player, but I'll hop into regular cam and I'll try to show you why. So, I mean, there's the obvious... Turn on go so I can see what I'm doing. There's the obvious fun to be had in just trying to, like, strike at Jeff. So we'll have a little go at that first before I tell you about this little game I've invented. You're going to have to forgive me if I'm a little bit slow. For those of you who watch tips, you'll know I'm not having the best week illness-wise, so... yeah. Oh, God, disqualification. That's a great start there, Jack. Well done. So, it's WUSHU, but disqualifications are on. I'm not really sure what makes this exactly like WUSHU, because I'm not 100% on the rules of WUSHU itself, so maybe... I'm not the best person to talk about this mod, but let's just try and get a strike on Jeff here to try and demonstrate that the sword actually does cut stuff. I'm just trying to flip into him. Now, one rule I've failed to adhere to there, you want to make sure you lock Jeff and grab, or he's just going to, as he's doing right now, fall into the ground and disqualify himself. As I'm looking at Jeff, he's falling into the ground. I do really want to demonstrate the sword, so let's spacebar quickly. What you want to make sure you do is make sure he's grabbing his sword, otherwise he will drop it and kill himself. Let's try and do a backflip with the sword, and then this might not. Well, I guess my arms will come around in time. So, forgot to grab the sword. Excellent, well done, Jack. Gold star there. Really want to demonstrate just the, I guess, cutting power of the sword before I actually jump into how you can play kind of differently with this mod as opposed to some of the others. So let's try and flip in. Oh, I forgot to grab. Might still be okay. Maybe not. Oh, who knows? Who knows? If I lock him now, maybe. Let's see if we can get a strike on him. If I bring my what's it called out. My mind is not working this week, guys. In case you couldn't tell in tips. Oh, I'm about to disqualify myself. Okay. Anyway, so the sword basically cuts. In case you couldn't work it out from the swords. In case you couldn't work it out from the fact that it's a sword. Sorry, English not working. Now, again, this is more a mod that does seem catered towards multiplayer. I mean, it really is in itself a multiplayer mod. But I found there's a lot of fun to be had, and I mean a lot of fun to be had. In a little mini-game I've not invented, I mean, I'm hardly creative for doing it, but basically, I've taken to just trying to throw my sword at Jeff in the most stylish way possible. So before I actually do this myself, I'm going to jump into some replays I actually have of this. So this is the first throw I had. Now, obviously, these aren't very free-from, they're kind of ugly, but this is one where I caught it as Jeff and managed to get a nice little pop-off, which I quite like. Maybe I should have opened with these replays, it probably would have been a bit better, but who cares? I can't think straight, I'm allowed to do mistakes. I'm allowed to undo mistakes. I'll show you the other one I had, and then we'll jump into having a go at these. So, again, these are very crap throws on my part. This was just a very, very soft attempt, but I saved that one because I got the head off. There's clearly a lot of fun to be had in doing this, and I'm sure you guys out there can do it way better than I can. But let's try and get a nice throw in. I found that you need to make sure you shift space, otherwise nothing works. Right, let's try. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the sword basically cuts on contact. You don't need a lot of force behind it. You can literally kind of flick it into him and stuff will fall off. That just makes it a hell of a lot more fun, and also is what makes it fun for multiplayer. I mean, there's not really a lot I can do by myself except for throw this thing. I mean, I'm sure you guys are actually thinking about it. There's probably... You guys can come up with your own little meta games for this mod. Maybe you could do one where you, I don't know, throw swords back and forth. I'm just brainstorming here. But I feel like this mod, for whatever reason, seems to have a lot more customized potential than most other mods. Maybe it's because of the distance, I'm not too sure. But again, when you can make replays like that just look kind of funny. Just cut his knee off a little bit and he cuts his own arm off. But I mean, there is a lot to be said for the multiplayer potential of this mod. And a couple of you have been saying that I should play multiplayer mods with other people, as multiplayer tends to work. And yes, I will be doing that fairly soon, so don't worry about that. That's happening, and yeah. So this is WUSHU. Would love to see some replays with this, especially multiplayer replays, so I can really demonstrate the WUSHU swords mechanic. I'm going to find it on the mod list, so I can, I'll just give you the name. If you hold down W, you have to scroll down quite a bit to find it, but it's, where is it? It is right there, WUSHU broadswords.tbm. And as you can see, it's the exact same mod I was just playing. Let's sky the sword a little bit for the fun of it. Whee! Okay. So yeah, this is WUSHU Broadswords. Obviously, as I said earlier, I'm very scatterbrained right now, very tired. I've kind of got the flu, so I apologize that this episode's a bit all over the place. But I think the point still stands. This is a very fun mod that you guys should really check out. Would love to see some replays on it. Really would like to make this announcement on tips. Ooh, wow, random frame rate drop. Don't know what that's about. Oh well, glad it's at the end of the show. Submissions have changed. If you have replays of this mod and would like to submit them, there's a slide at the end that should explain it. There's also a new video up on the channel that can explain it, so go check that out if you're that way inclined. Keep an eye out on tips for an announcement about, give it a little bit of a spoiler, keep an eye out on tips or showcase for an announcement about playing with fans. I've got a nice big announcement to make about that, but I don't want to make it here, I'll make it on one of the other shows. I am just talking for the sake of talking. I'm going to leave you with this mod. Go play it. It's a lot of fun. If you can play it with your friends, you could even have a sword throwing competition with your friends. Anyway, I'm Jack Morris from Manflu Films. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and favourite. And next week, I will be better and at full energy, and my mind will work, hopefully. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good weekend.